Hey guys, what is up? It's Haunted WoW. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Prot Paladin tank in PvP. So let's start off with our talents. So the talents are going to be running our Pursuit of Justice. Now, I had a long debate over Long Arm of the Law or Pursuit of Justice, but the passive speed mobility is very beneficial. You know, sure, you get the burst of 45% speed for 3 seconds, but if you're running the flag and nobody's on you, then you're going to be running at normal speed. Now, when you run when you run Pursuit of Justice, increases your passive speed by 15%, and for every charge, it increases it by 5% with a maximum of 3 charges. Now, for example, get my holy power up here. Give me 1 second. So you see that I have 3 holy power and I run at 140% speed. Now you might be wondering how. The cloak enchant, you guys definitely going to need this cloak enchant. Increases mastery by 100% and speed by 10%. So you could passively move at 140% speed with the flag or spinning. So it's a very beneficial talent to choose. Your second talent, my bad, is Blinding Light. Now, Repentance doesn't work well, and Fist of Justice, I guess it's really dependent on the certain BG. If you're spinning, I say Blinding Light. If you're running flag, you can do Fist of Justice, but at the same time, Blinding Light is good for peeling when you're running the flag. So, I run Blinding Light, but you can choose either 3. Selfless Healer is freaking amazing. Your successful judgments reduce the cast time and mana cost of your flash or light by 35%. And increase the effect to others by 20%, stacks up to 3 times. So say I gotta do peeling on me, you know, I'm spending judgment, I get Selfless Healer, I can cast off Flash of Lights so fast and keep myself up. Commency is a freaking amazing. 2 charges of your auras or blessings, I guess you could call them. So when you're running the flag, you can have Hand of Freedom up. You know, look how long you had this up for. You can put another one up, so you have like a whole 15 seconds of you just gone, you know. And then if you're running a Holy Paladin in your RBG team like I am, you can have 4 of those. And by the time the Holy Paladin is up, mine's back up again. So I definitely recommend that. Also, the double bop is amazing for spinning. Say you got 2 melees on your healers, bop bop, bada bing, bada boom, done. Hand of Sacrifice is great. Really useful for helping your healers get peeled for spinning. Divine Purpose, Word of Glory, and Shield of the Righteous have a 25% chance to cause your next Word of Glory or Shield of the Righteous to consume no holy power, but to cast as if it was. Now, I've had this proc several times. Straight up Word of Glory, 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 Word of Glory. And I know it's all RNG, but sometimes when it procs, it goes on a chain proc, and you could really clutch heal. Now for this, I was really stuck on for a while, but Light's Hammer is your best option for flag carrying or spinning, because Light's Hammer counts as a spin ability, so if you're playing a domination game type, you can throw it on the flag and it'll spin it. Also, any enemy that walks within it gets a 50% speed decrease for 2 seconds. Now, it can constantly apply. For example, it might apply on the training dummy. See, look, it just reapplies. So, if you can get them stuck in there and slow them down and keep them in there, they will be constantly slowed, and it's good to drop in the tunnels and Warzone Gulch and any other choke points. For your last level 100 talent, I recommend Seraphim. Now, I was really stuck between Empowered Seals or Seraphim, just because Empowered Seals can give me a second wind, but it's really not that beneficial. Seraphim is insanely awesome because it increases your bonus armor, critical strike, mastery, multi-strike, and versatility by 1,000 for 15 seconds. It uses 5 holy power, and I'll show you in a second why holy power is not hard to get as a tank. But it only has a 15-second downtime, and it's very useful, just because of the fact that you are God mode. Now, those are the talents. Let's go to the glyphs. Now, the glyphs you want to use, obviously my major glyphs are what you need, and the minor glyphs are what you want. So, the first glyph we want is called Glyph of Hand of Freedom. Hand of Freedom immediately reduces the remaining duration of all effects of which cause loss of control of character by 25%. Any additional loss of character effects applied within 4 seconds have a 25% duration reduction. So this means if I get feared, pop that, it'll make it go away faster. So it's great for flag running or spinning. You know, just constantly get all those CCs off of you, and you can keep doing your thing. Second one you're going to run is your Avenger's Shield. Now also dazes targets for 10 seconds. Glyph of the Dazing Shield. Now this is very insanely good because of the fact that your Avenger's Shield now hits 5 targets with the improved Avenger's Shield. So it's very useful because if guys are chasing you, you could throw your Avenger's Shield. And the great part is Avenger's Shield used to only proc a thing from getting for parrying, but now it also procs off your Hammer the Righteous, so it's constantly proc. You can throw it constantly, silences, interrupts, all that stuff, and it's very useful for spinning and running away from your enemy. Your last major glyph is Glyph of Blessed Life. You have a 50% chance to gain a charge of holy power whenever you're affected by a stun, fear, or mobilize effect. So that gets to the Seraphim thing. When I'm running flag, constantly stunned, constantly feared. So you're never going to be holy power hungry. So it's going to be very beneficial that you do use that. My minor glyphs, you know, I like the Bubble Hearth a lot because I'm a bitch. I like the effects of these two abilities, so that's why I run those. So, as a Prot Paladin, we have a couple of shield walls I would like to show you about. Now, if you want to take RBG serious and run a Prot Paladin, you have to be Dwarf. Now, just because of the racial is insanely overpowered. If you guys don't know what Stone Form does, it removes all poisons, disease, curse, magic, bleed effects, reduces all damage taken by 10%, physical damage by 10% for 8 seconds. So, this means, say I'm running from people, right? My healer's all the way back there. I'm running. I'm in desperate need. I have bleeds, I have dots on me. Just pop it, everything comes off, LOS, and heal up. So it's very beneficial that you are Dwarf if you want to properly play Prot Paladin this season. Now, we have a couple shield walls. I would consider that a shield wall or a Cloak of Shadows for Paladins just because it is. We have abilities like Argent Defender. Now, Argent Defender is a ability you want to use when you're about to die. Because what it's going to do is reduce damage taken by 30% for 10 seconds. While Argent Defender is active, the next attack that would kill you brings it to 12% maximum health. So if you guys are familiar with the Guardian from the Priest, it's basically that, and you can apply it to yourself. Now, also, what the set bonus this season is, your Argent Defender will also apply to the closest allied target. So say it's you and your healer, and you know you're getting jumped, you pop that, you both got it, and it's very useful. For some reason, when you do pop it though, it says 40%. When here it only says 30, and that increases it by 10. Well, I'm an idiot. It used to say 20, so they actually changed that tooltip. So I'm not retarded. Alright, so your second shield wall is going to be Guardian of the Ancient Kings. Summon a Guardian, basically it's 50% reduce all damage taken. So it's very useful. I would recommend it if you're below around 50% health, 40% health, or if you're just very familiar with Prot Paladin, then you'll definitely know how to use it. Sorry, one more thing. We have one more ability that's like a, what I would call a magic shield wall. The ability is called, where is it in my spell book? Why are you hiding? Divine Protection. Reduces magical damage taken by 40% for 8 seconds. So, you know, if you got a Warlock, you got a Mage on you, pop this, then pop that, and get the dots off you, and you're good. Now, one more thing. While you're in Prot Paladin, you always want to be sitting in Seal of Insight. Now, you might be asking, why? Well, Seal of Insight increases all healing done by 5%, and some melee attacks can heal you for 1,297. And that is going constantly, so it's basically a second wind. Alright, there's one thing I forgot to tell you guys. How to spin. Now, spinning as a Prot Paladin is pretty simple. Drop Consecration, it doesn't spin, but it's really good to drop just in case of rogues or any stealthies trying to ninja cap. But your main spinning abilities are Avenger's Shield, Hammer the Righteous, it's basically an AoE cleave. See how my Avenger's Shield procced again? Avenger's Shield, Hammer the Righteous. Holy Wrath is really good for spinning. Hits up to, hits all enemies within 10 yards. 10 yards? Yeah, 10 yards. So, you know, say this is the say this is a guy on my flag. So, let me give you an example. Say that's the thing, and I'm trying to spin it. I'm gonna stay on him, use all this. Now, remember, once again, that spins the hammer, so you can just constantly keep it up and keep spinning. Make sure there's no downtime. Pop Seraphim, keep it up easily. Your hammer's back up. Holy Wrath. And it's just really good for spinning, guys. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I'll see you guys next time.